The Devil All the Time is Netflix's latest movie. Just last week I was saying I'm thinking of Ending Things is Netflix's best film to date. Well, not anymore. Now this is. And this is, in all honesty, the best movie I've seen this year. I'd seen a bit of promo for this, from Netflix, and I thought it looked promising, especially from the cast. Tom Holland, Robert Pattinson, Bill Skarsgård, and a whole lot of other faces in here that you're going to recognise. So The Devil All the Time is based on a novel, and the story follows these primary characters and how they're all actually linked. It's a story telling several stories, and it's really, really fascinating, and it's gripping from the start. It's quite heavily focused on religion, hence why it's called The Devil All the Time. It's kind of relating to temptations and, giving in, doing bad things, even if you do have good intentions. And the thing that makes it so damn good is just the cast. They are all absolutely on top of their game, and it was just a pleasure to watch them on screen, especially so many of them in the same movie together. The standout is Tom Holland. I mean, he's the one that gets the most screen time, but it is the best performance I've ever seen from him. Granted, I've only really seen him in his role as Spider-Man, but this exceeds that. This took a lot of, just one of those real gritty performances, and it's nice to see him do something like this compared to what we have seen him doing. Because obviously Spider-Man, it's like a family-friendly character, but here he's gritty and it just feels real. But everyone does an exceptional job, and the way the stories weave together is really, really nicely done, very well paced. I mean, I wouldn't say it's intricately woven, because it's not really complex the way it's got to be pieced together. You get the odd sort of time jump where they'll cut back a little bit to go over something that happened earlier on in the timeline, because it sort of spans over about maybe 12 years, something like that they might have mentioned. But yeah, it's just nice and easy to follow. You're never really having these moments with the scene where you're like, okay, what's going on here? You just know from the start who you're with, when roughly it's set. I mean, you get stuff on the screen anyway, it'll be like the date, when it's happening. But it's nice. It was nice to follow. You don't feel yourself getting lost at any point. And the story is very emotional, actually. It's got some strong moments, some heavy shit, and it will kind of catch you off guard at some moments. You'll be kind of blown away. It's one of them. You'll be a bit wow. It's intense. Some crazy stuff happens in it. I don't know if this is a true story or if it's just a story someone made up. But it's one of them. That's credit to it, because it could be true. And everyone, I gotta say, actually, everyone does a cracking southern accent in this. Especially Tom, he nails it. And I really like Rob Pattinson's one as well. It didn't even sound like Robert Pattinson, because it was kind of like one of those high pitched southern accents. So it didn't sound like him at all, but he was really, really good in this. I mean, there's not much to say apart from Netflix are really stepping their game up. I've always kind of been a bit hateful on Netflix movies, but what I will say is their two last films to come out have been really, really top tier. The sort of stuff that deserves theatrical releases. And The Devil All the Time is just wow. It's probably the best movie I've seen since, I don't know, something that came out last year, like Joker. Probably the best film I've seen since Joker, in all honesty. I feel like that was the last major good film that came out and really whoa, that's something I'd be thinking about. I've been thinking about it since I watched it, all day. So yeah, an exceptional movie. 100% watch this if you have Netflix. If you don't, well, you'll have someone's password, so just log on to that account and watch it. Excellent movie, excellent performances, excellent film. The Devil All the Time gets a 9.5 out of 10. Big boy ratings. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Big boy.